Hello, my name is Nenzama Precious Jonah, and I'm ecstatic to be back here again. The proud mama and founder of komaclub. We are a growing community of Nigerians and Africans who are celebrating culture, history, and art, as well as redefining our culture for today. Essentially, we are all about African and Nigerian pride. At Coma Club, our activities run by a monthly themed calendar. So last month was our languages and communications month, and we wrapped it up with our amazing and fun and memorable end of month picnic, which was a huge success. Thanks to all your beautiful, generous gifts of time, money, food, and even your skills. Thank you so much for those of you who volunteer. I must take a minute to particularly appreciate everyone who turned out for this event because we didn't have quite picnicky weather that day. There was precipitation all through, and it wasn't looking like it was going to be fun or anything, but you all turned up, guys, and made it exciting and fun. And we had an amazing learning experience as much as networking with one another and having fun. Thank you so much. Now, if you missed any of that, we don't want you to miss anything anymore. So to follow up on all the updates of all our activities and events, please follow us on all our social media platforms. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on our Facebook, on YouTube, and on our LinkedIn. Also, you can subscribe to our bi-monthly newsletter on the website www.komaclub.com, a pop-up form there. Just fill it up and you'll be officially a Coma Triber. Now, back to the main gist. I'm here to officially welcome you to the month of August. So, I'm going to start with this statement. I'm sure you've probably heard that Nigeria or Africa, we don't just get maintenance culture. Which brings me to this short story I remember about me and my mom watching TV, a documentary at home, and we noticed that two people were actually fishing on a boat. Now, they split their catch into two. One would go into the catch and one part would go back into the sea, and we couldn't really understand why were they doing that. And within a short time we figured that there were actually rules around what type of fish they could catch, and also a particular weight that they could take away. If not, everything in the river would be taken away, or everything from the sea would be taken away. Now, let me quickly make a quick join the two stories together. I think 2 years ago or last year, a leatherback, a very rare special leatherback turtle, found its way to our shores. I think this thing happened twice on the Nigerian shores, and what was caught on social media was that this special animal didn't make it back to the sea. It probably ended up being pepper soup in some pots, or it made it into some soups, sadly. I'm not here to judge anybody, but I'm actually a carnivore myself, a bit of a carnivore, but for the sake of this month's theme, we're going to maintain some sobriety and rethink some of our methods and our principles about these things. So, to all bushmeat lovers, please, I'm not after you. I am a fan of bushmeat myself. Another story I would like to add to this is a story which my friend, who is Ijo by tribe, shared with me about her grandmother, who she was so fond of blessed memory now. This woman was very particular about cleanliness, and she would always make references to the fact that a woman should not go into the kitchen in the morning without taking a shower, or anybody whatsoever shouldn't go into the kitchen. Now, this is not a hard rule, but it just attested to the fact that there is a bit of cleanliness in our culture. Why? Because I found the story relatable. Where I come from as an Angas girl, I remember my aunties or my grandmom, or my grandparents generally, or uncles or aunties, would make reference to the fact that you don't just light a fire on a firewood stove without cleaning the ash from the firewood stove. The same thing with my friend's grandmom. She didn't ever allow the fireplace to be lighted without you cleaning the ash from the previous use. Now, why are we talking about this? All this is to say, or to introduce the month of August as our conservation month, fam. Why conservation? I'll add another little sad story to you. Recently I was driving, and in front of me was a driver who threw trash out of the car. Not necessarily because they weren't like tiny wraps of bubble gum or tiny wraps of sweet. He just threw these things out of the car, and I saw like empty cans, empty wraps of biscuits, and just papers and things right in the middle of the road, not even the side, like a dual carriageway, and he just threw it in the middle of the road. And it was very annoying and disgusting to see that. We see piles of trash on the road, and contrary to what we've heard about us, that we were savages who lived without principles, without any kind of civilization, cleanliness has always been a part of our tradition. So why conservation in August? Why are we talking about conservation? It's because a large part of conservation covers culture and tradition, how we conserve our culture. It covers biodiversity, where I was talking about bushmeat and fish. And it also covers things such as museums, the art of journaling, keeping our environment clean, reducing wastage. So as we explore all these topics this month, please follow us on all our social media platforms again so you don't miss any of it. And make sure you attend our end of month picnic, where we will be physically learning and practicing conservation in more detail. Stay tuned. And until then, please be clean and don't waste anything. Bye.